Number 3, Sarah lost her science book. Her school charges a lost book fee equal to 75% of the cost of the book. Sarah received a notice stating she owed $60 for the lost book. Part A asks us to write an equation to represent the proportional relationship between the school's cost for the book and the amount a student must pay for a lost book. B represents the school's cost, and N represents the student's cost. We use a fraction, and so B is the school's cost. The school pays for the whole book. The student only pays for part of the book when they lose it. And the part that they pay is 75%. If we were to cross multiply and divide, we could also rewrite this as N is the same as 75 times B divided by 100, which would give us 0.75 B. Then in part B, it says, what is the constant of proportionality and what does it mean in the context of this situation? The constant is 0.75, and it means that for each dollar, the school has to pay 75, or the student has to pay 75%. Part C, how much did the school pay for the book? It told us at the beginning of the problem that Sarah, the student, had to pay $60, and the student was on the top. The school is on the bottom, and we know that Sarah only paid 75% of the original cost. When we cross multiply and divide, we find out that B is equal to 80. That means the school paid $80 for the book. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 says, in the month of May, a certain middle school has an average daily absentee rate of 8% each school day. The absentee rate is the percent of students who are absent from school each day. A, write an equation that shows the proportional relationship between the number of students enrolled in the middle school and the average number of students absent each day during the month of May. S is going to represent the students enrolled, and A is going to represent the students who are absent. The students, all students, is the whole. The absent students are the part, and the percent in this problem was 8. Percents are always out of 100. So that can be our equation. You can also rewrite it using 8% as a decimal like we did in problem 3. In part B, it says use your equation to complete the table. List 5 possible values for S and for A. So I am going to do 25, 50, 75, 100, and 125. Now I'm going to do these scratch work pieces in green so that way you can see kind of what I would be typing into my calculator to find the absent people. So the absent is the unknown. I'm swapping out the students with 25 in this problem. And then I'm going to cross multiply and divide to figure out what A is. 25 times 8 is 200, and 200 divided by 100 is 2. Then I'm going to swap out S with 50. 50 times 8 is 400, and 400 divided by 100 is 4. Then I'm going to replace the 50 with 75, because now that's the S value. 75 times 8 is 600, and 600 divided by 100 is 6. Then I would replace it with 100, and that would give me 8. And then I could swap it out with 125. 125 times 8 is that 1,000? 10,000? 1,000. And then we're going to divide by 100, which gives me 10. Then in part C, it says use or identify the constant of proportionality. So if we were to divide these, that constant of proportionality would come out to 0.08 is our constant of proportionality. And it means that for every 100 students, 8 people are going to be absent. It is 8% written as a decimal. Part D, based on the absentee rate, determine the number of students absent on average from school during the month of May if there are 350 students enrolled in the middle school. So this time S is getting replaced with the number 350. 8% is still absent. When we cross multiply and divide, 350 times 8 is 2,800. And then if we divide that by 100, that tells us A is equal to 28. That means 28 students were absent in the month of May.